Today I had the honour of spending some time with Blue Cliff Media's founder, the one and only Mr. Gavin Bell. Gavin started his business in just 7 days at age 21 and has since gone on to become, well, certainly one of the smartest social media marketers I know. I'm sure you'll agree as he drops some incredible wisdom, tips and insights to help you in all areas of Facebook marketing. So let's dive in, shall we?
Well, hello, Mr. Gavin Bell.
Hello, Chloe,
Thank you for joining me. How are you?
Pleasure. I'm good. How are you?
I'm super, thanks. How could I not be? You're joining me. Video interview, very cool. So, I want to talk to you about a few things today. First off, we have to address the fact that at the age of 21, you started a business in just 7 days. That's pretty awesome. And then 6 months later, you made the switch and focused from social media marketing to Facebook advertising. So could you maybe just talk a little bit about that journey and what that was like to start a business so quickly, and then why you made the switch quite early on in your business?
Sure. So it was about end of June 2015. I remember the time I was on the bus and I was reading a book called The 7-Day Startup by Dan Norris. And at the time, I was running a company called Alpha Fitness, which was like a corporate well-being company where I put personal trainers into corporate environments, basically. And business wasn't going too well. I was kind of getting bored of it, kind of lost passion for it. And I was reading this book, and it was basically talking about what a business should look like. And I just kind of decided, I don't know why, that I was just going to launch a business. So that would have been like the 22nd of June last year, and then I launched Blue Cliff Media on the 29th of June. So 7 days, which is basically like one day you choose a name, one day you choose your service, you choose your price, you build a website in a day, etc. So it's all about kind of minimum viable product and just getting something out there. Yeah. So I did that, and as you say, we started off doing social media management, and got a few clients after a few weeks and was kind of enjoying the work, but I found myself working too much in the business doing client delivery work rather than on the business, and that's kind of what I wanted to focus on. So about Christmas time, I was kind of wondering where I should niche down almost and find like a one area that I'm good at rather than just kind of being a social media marketer that everybody is. And I had some good results with Facebook ads with clients in the previous 6 months, and so I decided to go for Facebook ads. And we did that about Christmas time, and since then it's just kind of been like a upward trajectory.
That's awesome. I think it's really cool. You kind of like focus on one thing, right? It's really, really powerful. And Facebook advertising, is hugely, hugely powerful when used correctly. Now, I don't know about you, but I find that there's a lot of resistance from small business owners when it comes to Facebook advertising. Why do you think that is, and how would you address that?
I think first of all, there's quite a bit of resistance still to this day of social media in general. Many business owners kind of not getting it, and when they do get it, they kind of just do it because they've been told to do it, and they don't really have any sort of strategy, or they don't really have any sort of way of actually turning it into a business tool rather than just something to do. So I think there's like an underlying thing there for social media in general, which is the same with any kind of new thing that comes along. It's not new now, but it takes quite a while for the business world to sometimes catch up on these things. And for Facebook ads specifically, I think people again are still just stuck in the ways of traditional advertising with newspaper, TV, radio, and I think a lot of people, that combined with the fact that whenever I speak to business owners, I always ask them, have they tried Facebook ads? And most of them say yes. Most of them have tried them. When I ask them if they've had success with Facebook ads, the majority say no. Probably like 5% will ever say yes. And so I think the two combined facts of there's an underlying problem there of people just not getting social media as a whole, combined with the fact that most people that try Facebook ads don't actually see any sort of success with them, kind of leads to that resistance, as you say. I mean, the way that I'm trying to kind of combat that is just through, as you'll know, content and trying to educate people through videos and blogs and coming onto podcasts like this to talk about Facebook ads and kind of how people can make the most of them. So it's an educational process that has to take place there, and I'm trying to kind of lead the way doing that in the UK.
Yeah, you're certainly doing that. So it's almost taking these sort of, oh, you have to be on social media. So people are on it because they feel like, oh, I have to be on this thing. But they're not actually able to tie how using these platforms and using things like Facebook advertising can add to real business value, tying it to their business strategy and overall sort of purpose and vision and what they're trying to achieve. Do you think it would make sense that that's why they're not achieving results with Facebook advertising? They're not connecting the two, so they're just pumping money into something in the hope that money will come out, but it doesn't make any sense. Do you think there's other reasons why you said, 5% are saying, yes, I get results, but 95 are saying no? Other than that, do you think there's other reasons why small business owners aren't getting the results when they are invested in Facebook ads?
Yeah, I think again, it comes down to an educational thing where, I mean, if you're a brand new business owner that's kind of just gone into Facebook ads and you go onto the platform, it probably looks quite daunting with the X amount of objectives that you've got, and then the targeting options that you've got, and then designing the ad with the copy and the imagery, and then monitoring the results of that and making changes with the data that comes through. So I think there's a lot there for people to learn. And the thing is that you probably can't all learn. You can't learn all that from just a textbook either. A lot of it has to come from putting money in and learning from mistakes and seeing certain trends, etc. So I think a lot of the time it's that resistance that we spoke about, but a lot of the time it is an educational thing where people just don't know how to make the most of Facebook ads, which isn't their fault at all, because there's quite a lot of options there and things that differentiate and things there. But like when it comes to creating like a complex funnel, for example, there's loads of different things that you've got to look at, like retargeting and having a pixel on your site and custom audiences, custom conversions, etc., which some people just don't know about, and that's not their fault. They might not have the time to learn, and they might not want to learn. But if you're wanting to have a really successful Facebook ads campaign, then that's the sort of stuff that you kind of really need to know about.
Yeah. So it kind of comes back to that thing where small business owners have limited time, skills, and resources.
Yeah.
But in order to get the results, you're going to have to like invest something, whether it's time and education or finance and money, and just doing it and learning as you go. Yeah. For people who are in this position where they're maybe just starting out, or they're a lean startup, and they see this, they see the opportunity, they know that Facebook advertising is valuable, but as you say, when they log in, it is overwhelming and Facebook don't do a great job of guiding you through, to be fair. What would you say? How do they get started? What's the first step that they need to take if they want to get involved with Facebook advertising?
Yeah, first thing I would say is before you put any money into it at all, go out and read or watch some videos on how to set up a basic campaign. On YouTube, there's thousands of videos on how you can set up a very basic funnel or campaign. So go do that and kind of get a base knowledge of how Facebook works and how the bidding works and how to actually set up a campaign. And then the good thing with Facebook is you can never go over the budget that you set. So if you want to spend £1 a day, you can spend £1 a day and you'll never go over that budget. If you want, you can always pause a campaign, you can end a campaign. So you're never going to spend more than what you have told Facebook you want to spend. So when it comes to budgeting wise, start really small and kind of try and learn the basics with a small budget. And when you get to, that's when I work with a client, that's always what we do. We start off small and then we scale the campaign up when we start to see results. So start off small, and when your campaign's at a point where you're getting maybe it's a campaign where you're trying to get clicks to the website and you've got it down to a cost per click that you're happy with, then you can start scaling the campaign up. So starting off small, and kind of making sure you've got a little bit of knowledge at least of how the whole thing works before you put any money in is important.
I love that. I love that advice, because a lot of the information online is kind of the opposite. It's like pump a ton of money in and test a ton of stuff, and that is great, and it does work in a lot of ways. But if you are a small business owner, you don't have all that money to just pump in and test and figure it out and how it works. And the thing that you have to remember all the time is, like, how do you get that return on your investment, whether it be time or finance or people resources or whatever. So I love that you say, like, scale it up and figure it out that way, because what I think it does is it puts small business owners back in control, which is probably another fear thing, right? People are scared to invest because they don't understand, and they think, like, Facebook are just going to take all my money.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so helpful. Thank you so much, Gavin, for spending some time with us. I do have one question. If you had to sum it up in a tweetable, if you had to sum everything we talked about in a tweetable, and how Facebook advertising can help small business owners, what would that be?
Good one. Facebook advertising can help small businesses by basically, right. Content marketing in the 21st century for me is content and distribution. So creating content that's valuable for your customers and distributing that to the right people. And with Facebook ads, you can simply just distribute that content to a more specific audience, and you can reach a larger audience. So you get more awareness of your content. So Facebook ads are a way to distribute your content to a larger, more specific audience.
Perfect. That summed it up perfectly. I love that. Okay, one last question, because you used to be into the health and fitness industry. So I have to ask, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
What would it be? Strawberry yogurt.
Strawberry yogurt. Yum. I can't even eat yogurt because, like, lactose intolerance, but I miss strawberry yogurt. Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah. Just said that to last night.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining me, Gavin. How can people connect with you? Because they're going to watch this and they're going to be like, man, this dude knows what he's talking about. I need to connect with him. And you also have some awesome resources that we were talking about on YouTube and, you know, all over the interwebs. So how can people connect to you?
Yeah, best way to find me is kind of on any social media platform. I'm under the name Mr. Gavin on everything. Best place to get me is probably Twitter. Or if you want to check out the website and the free resources, as you say, Chloe, I've got a blog and a couple of different freebies, such as a Facebook ads blueprint. That's on my website, bluecliffmedia.com.
Perfect. And we'll have all the links to that in the descriptions, either if you're listening or if you're watching. Thank you so much, Gavin. I really appreciate you spending time. And I know everyone watching and listening will feel the same. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Chloe.
Welcome.